Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the freaking vlog. Today is another epic day of me working on Regina, aka the Evil Queen. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into what we're doing today. And please make sure to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. So, let's get down to business. What am I doing today? Today I'm actually doing fiberglass and bodywork on the Bodykit. I've already started actually. As you can see, this is actually the rear driver side over fender. Or fender flare. I had actually cut this piece off because I didn't think that it was molded right and that I didn't need it, but it actually turns out that I did have it on there. It was on there right, it was molded right, and I did need it. So with that said, I molded it back in, but since this was kind of wonky, I had to open this up and give it a gap so it actually like come down, so it will come down flush and be parallel with the side skirt. Once it's all on there, because the way, I don't know, it was molded wonky. So with that said, I am doing some body work on the front as well, making these little tabs that come off so that I have a good mounting point, because they were just too short with it. Everything lined up, but these mounting points right here on the front, you know, where it basically bolts to the headlight assembly bracket. So I extended it out to fiberglass underneath. This I got to get Bondo on top of it once this is all dried and hardened and everything. So other than that, the front bumper is done bodywork wise. Well, almost done. You know, I have to sand and get it ready for a clean lay or a primer over it. And I got to finish this on the rear bumper. So I gotta fill in right here and make this all smooth, because it was about a 1/4 inch shorter than that side, and so this wouldn't come over the slide over the fender arch on the passenger side. Also, what I'm gonna do is extend this out a little bit, because this is actually short by like almost a 1/2 inch, like almost like it was tweaked to the side a little bit as it was being molded. So this arch sits in about a 1/2 inch where it should be like out here. So gotta lay some fiberglass to kind of build it up out here. Then I'll probably like cut it down here into the inside of here and up here, and kind of like push it out a little bit to meet up with the 1/2 inch that I'm trying to gain up top, and then kind of brace it and then fiberglass it and reinforce it together and whatnot. So that's that. Other than that, the rear bumper, I mean, other than those two things on the rear bumper and the crack that was in the part that goes over the exhaust, was fine. Front bumper's fitment was actually really good, aside from those things that I just pointed out. The side skirts actually fit really good. You know, I obviously had to do some repairs on them because they were broken during shipment. The fender flare extensions were actually on point. The only thing I redid was these mounting points to make them look more clean and uniform. You know, other than, as you can see, I have glazing putty over them. And to, you know, for the pinholes. Other than that, this one's almost ready. This one's almost fully mounted. I just got to drill the holes for here and here. And other than that, it's done for the most part. I think there's maybe a few more pinholes, a little bit more glazing that I need to do on that one. And then for the passenger side fender flare, as you can see, it's actually mounted now. I actually got this one mounted cleaner than I did that one, but that's okay. Pretty much on point as far as measurements on where they're located to each other, compared to each other. This actually was a smoother edge, so on the other one it kind of like dips down just a little bit to give it gives it a weird measurement, but other than that, the other measurements line up. And what else? I need to mark on this fender where I'm going to cut. This fender is already cut, as you saw in the previous video, and I have to mount this back up so I can mark where to cut on this. And then this flare is over there. It's drying right now. I rinsed it off to get it ready for more Bondo and for fiberglass, because, well, more Bondo and then mounting, because once I mount it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a gap right here once I get these kind of flared out the way where I want them to be. And there's going to be a gap right here between the body and the filler cap, the gas cap door and the body. There's going to be a gap. There's probably going to be about probably a ½ inch to maybe even an inch of space. So with that said, oh, and then once this is done drying and everything, it's actually not sticky anymore or whatnot, but I gotta lay Bondo in here and get this smoothed out. But other than that, this fender flare is pretty much done, aside from this bodywork that I gotta do now on the bottom there. And you know, obviously I still gotta do some more spot glazing putty and some spots. But other than that, the bodywork is what's taking the longest, and that's just for the bodywork for the body kit. Still have a lot of bodywork to do on the body of the car. Just a few dings and dents here and there that I want to fill before I actually get it painted, because once it's painted, then, you know, if I didn't take care of it now, then it would be a waste of money and time to put all that money into getting the car painted if the body isn't perfect. So with that said, because I'm not drifting this car as much as I really wanted to, these cars are getting harder and harder to find, and they're getting more and more expensive. So I just want this to be a clean daily with working AC and everything like that. AC obviously already works. You guys seen that video and everything, but I have the front kind of torn back apart because I'm getting radiator fans. They're actually already ordered and on the way. I bought two 12-inch universal eBay pusher puller fans. I'm just going to swap the blades around so they push air efficiently, because the way they were before, they weren't. I had the 10-inch one. Once I flipped the fan blades around, worked great. The only problem is I fucked one up. Pardon my language. I messed one up in the process of figuring that out. So I also have the radiator and everything out because I'm trying to figure out what that squeaking sound is, and it's coming from the front, and I'm pretty sure it's the timing belt tensioner. I'm pretty sure I tightened it too tight. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get to, I guess, mounting that driver's side fender flare permanently. Well, not permanently, but better than what it is. And then we'll go from there. Alright guys, wanted to give you guys a quick update. I went ahead and cut the passenger side and got it all trimmed up. I still have to take this fender off and clean up the back side of the fender and get some primer and paint on the bare metal. And so, you know, as you see, trimmed up. Actually, it looks really good. I'm actually proud of myself. And I know I only bought this crappy Flux welder. It's only less than $100 from Harbor Freight with a 20% off. Actually, they don't even let you use 20% off on that. But I was able to get the rear cut. As you can see, don't take this gap into consideration. It is jacked up right now. Before I only had like a little bit of space. But I got it all cut, and the relief cut, and it all bent up and tack welded into place. Tomorrow I'm gonna go get some seam sealer so I can fill in all this open slits and the gaps right here. And yeah, so this is done. The only one I haven't cut yet is over on this side. I haven't cut this side yet. Yep, I won't cut this side until I get this flare actually mounted. This is the only one that hasn't been mounted yet. All the other ones have been mounted. So as you can see behind me, it's actually getting dark, but I'm going to push through the night a little bit and get some sanding done on the front and rear bumper to prepare for tomorrow, because there's more body work that has to be done to the front and rear bumper as well. And I'm going to knock that out tomorrow. So yeah, things are coming along slowly but surely. I'm working. So I know I took a big hiatus and didn't put anything up, but I'm trying to get back at it and get this crap knocked out because my goal is to be done by end of October next month. So at least with the bodywork and paint, that's the goal. Let's hope I get there. So please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That's all it's going to be for tonight. So stay tuned, more things to come. And I know you guys are excited to see this thing finished. I know I'm excited to see this thing finished. So let's get it done. So final push, guys. Let's make it happen. Oh, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Until next time, peace out and never look back.